all the faces. We've got lots of new faces. We'll talk about those here in just a few minutes. Chris broke me. Chris broke me. What did you do, Chris? There we go. Nope, now I broke it. Nope. Oh, there it is. So, Deronda single-handedly made breakfast this morning.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Chris has a driver and a pair of the month. They haven't even started. So this must be from summer school? Sure. Driver and parent. Driver Scott Thrift. Where are you at? Scott. Back there in the back. Did you drive summer school? That's what it was. Congratulations, Scott.
I must have done a great job.
And our para, Cody Morgan. Cody. Not gonna get away, Cody. Where you at?
Right there. He's over there.
There he is. Bright yellow. There we go. If you helped out with summer staff, would you please stand, please? Anything to do with summer school? Huge round of thank yous to these guys. Those of you that were involved in summer school, the first week of summer school, how'd that go? Just keep that in mind for the first week of school. All right. It tends to work its way out. Calendars. Man, these things are moving slow. Obviously, we've got our meeting today. First date is tomorrow from 9 till 1-ish. The more you talk, the longer it lasts. Those of you that are in it, just saying. Defensive driving, 9 to 1 on Thursday. And that is also Wichita's first day. I don't think we have any routes to Wichita this year, do we? Oh, God in heaven, please, not yet. We got a couple birthdays. Val's is next week. Is that right, Val? I saw you. You got a birthday coming up next week?
That's
Val.
Val.
Wrong Val. Wrong Val. Yes, Val. Sorry, Valerie. Mays and Valley we start school week from today. Super excited about that. Renwick's first day is on the 19th. If we've missed some birthdays, especially on our new folks, I apologize. It's been a little crazy. Next month. Whew, no school on the 6th, no school on the 7th for Valley Center. Richard, are you here, Richard? I didn't see Richard. I don't hear Richard. Oh, there's Richard. Hi, Richard. Birthday. Kyle's having a baby shower next month. I don't know if you guys knew it, but he's going to be a dad soon. So congrats to Kyle. The 16th? Okay, somehow I got it on the wrong day. It's on the calendar wrong. I got that off the calendar. Okay, so
the 14th, but we made it the 16th.
okay, so it's going on the 16th, so don't be here on the 14th.
The invitation that Kim's putting in their box has the right.
Okay, so everybody will have invitations. If you guys want to come and help us celebrate him being a new dad, that's great. So Michelle, you get to have your birthday all to yourself.
Thank you.
Sarah's got a birthday. A couple more days off of school. Got some more birthdays for Keith and Lavana. Renwick's got a couple of early release dates towards the end of the month. Oh, and I missed a birthday up there for Tammy. All right, so we've got a lot of new faces. So if you are new to our district, if you would stand up, please. This is your first year with us. And if we didn't get, if you're not, they can't. So if you're not on the list, I want to apologize now. So if we'll, I don't know why it didn't all pop up. Maggie Kick. Maggie, there she is in the back. Maggie is going to get her CDL. She's already rocking through her training right now. Sarah, I saw Sarah. There she is over there. Sarah comes to us from 259, right? Teacher, yes? She come to the right side. Anyway, she's already got her CDL. She was one of our testers 2 weeks ago, ish. Connie, I saw Connie. There she is. Training to do a minibus. Christy.
It's Chrissy with no T.
I'm so sorry. I didn't do this slide. That was all Chris. Training to get your CDL?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan, I I think he was our most recent CDL passer. Test passer Andrew over here is going to drive a minibus, probably for complete. Julie Love, back in the corner, drove a bus in Flagstaff, Texas, and now she's in Arizona. Dang it. Shush. It's been a long week. This should be PUD compared to that. Kennedy, I saw you over here.
That's Kate's granddaughter.
She's going to be a para with me.
Real bossy, too.
Lester, saw him right up front here. He's going to either be a minibus or a van. He's already had all his training. And then Angel, over there, is also going to do a minibus. And then we don't have you on the list because I think you're probably one of our newest ones. I'm sorry. What's your first name again? Elizabeth.
You got
Minibus, right?
you got Kim Stuckey too.
Oh, Kim. How did you miss Kim? Kim comes to us from the kitchen. We might get her to make cookies or something. I'm just kidding. She's going to be a para for us.
And Kathy, you have Mo over here.
Michelle and Mo. Where's Mo?
Mo's right here.
Oh, there she is. She sat down. Michelle comes to us. So she come to the right side of the fence. She drove for them. She has a CDL, and then Mo is in the middle of getting her CDL. Did I cover everybody? Okay. So welcome aboard. Those of you that aren't new, be nice and help them out as much as possible. There's a lot of them this year.
Kathy,
Yes.
you got to give it candy.
Oh, that's right. Started today, didn't you? No, I ain't even gonna try. What's your first name again? Sorry. Nick. New mechanic. Reserves, right? Army Reserves. Are you in the reserves?
Yeah, in the garden.
In the Guard. Is that the same thing?
No,
Welcoming back Rosa. I saw her here. Rosa Kids has come back. Lauren. There she is up front here. And Elena. I saw Elena. There she is in the back. So welcome back, ladies. I think that's it. First days, we kind of talked about it already. Tuesday, August 17th is the first day for all kids, 1 through 9. Only pre-K and kindergarten students whose last names begin with the letters A through K will attend on that day. Wednesday the 18th, first day of school for everybody 10 through 12. All students 1 through 12 will attend on this day. Only pre-K whose last name is L through Z will go on that day. And then Thursday, this is Mays, guys. This is only Mays. All students in pre-K through 12 will attend on Thursday. Clear as mud? Okay. I encourage you to just stop at all your stops just like you would on a normal day. Did you put a timer on the sign? School property, bus lot, most importantly, make sure we're only doing 15. We don't want anybody, what's that called, sliding around that corner? Matthew Flickinger, for those of you that don't know Matthew, I don't even see Matthew. Oh, he's so short. Matthew, you got anything you wanted to say? I saw Chris let him
Just when we get back into write-ups, please make sure you're contacting parents. That changes everything. If they're kept in the loop, even if they don't do anything, they had the opportunity, and they get this stronger position to do things. Otherwise, let's just have a good year best we can.
We'll talk about masks here in a little bit. I'm sure that's not a surprise to anybody that everybody in a vehicle, in a bus has to come back in a mask. It's all over the news everywhere. Make sure that if those kids are not wearing their masks, you write them up. I've talked to Chad Higgins. It's going to be a nightmare for us, flat out. It's just going to be a nightmare on the bus because they don't have to wear them in the school buildings. They do have to, I know, but they do have to wear it in the bus and in the van.
But the mask mandate, that is a state and federal mandate. That's not district. That wasn't us. Believe me, they waited until the last possible second, hoping things would change. So we got to do it. School buses are considered public transportation, mass transportation, so it's no different than an airplane. Unfortunately, we have to, where we can lose funding. So
and they can fine us.
You have to enforce it.
So, you have to, if there's kids on your bus, if you have any students on your bus, you have to have your mask on, up over your nose, just like normal, okay?
If they refuse to, what do you do?
If they refuse to wear it, I don't know who said it, you write them up and they are off your bus.
Right then and there though?
Same as it was last year. Sped, so it's a whole another ballgame, do your best, it is what it is. Yes.
Do we have a whole bunch of masks ordered that in case they
Yep.
don't have
We
them?
still have a lot left over from last year, and we do have, I think Rhonda got with Brian, ordered some more, so. Okay, yes,
They're not wearing them on, if they're not wearing a mask, or let them on?
you have to give them one, and give them the opportunity to put it on. If they refuse to put it on, they don't get on the bus. Yes,
They say they have a medical condition, if they say they have a medical condition that prevents them from wearing a mask.
no excuses. Nothing, they have to wear them, yes.
Preschool, what's the thing on preschool?
And of course he's gone. I think they have to wear them too, if they're on the vehicle, they have to.
last year.
So, Chris, is that pre-K included in that? I'm sure it is. Pre-K?
I'll have to check the guys, if it was, if you're under five, then you have to, but I'll get clarification.
Okay.
I'll put a sign and
Write
write
it
it
up.
out the email. I don't think pre-K, they change
Yes.
rules every.
Let the parent know, write them up, and then if we continue to have problems, they're off. Chad's already said it. We have to do it, they're gonna have to do it. It ain't gonna be pretty, guys. All right. CTEs, if you haven't had your picture taken today, they are taking pictures in the break room. You're welcome to pop in there. Maybe we'll actually get a badge this year. I don't know what they did with our pictures from last year. I need them in my garage for all my stuff. All right, vehicles. For the most part, our cleaning crew got through, I think, almost all the vehicles. There's just a couple that, Howard, did you get through the rest of those?
I got 3 more to go.
3 more to go. So most of them, almost all of them have been fully detailed. There's just a handful of them that just need swept out. Keep in mind they have been doing construction. We've done our best to try and keep them dusted out. But if yours was one of the first ones done this summer, it's probably dusty again. You're just going to have to wipe it out. Make sure you're checking all of your emergency equipment. Excuse me. What are we looking for on the fire extinguisher? Charged. Make sure it's fully charged.
The day.
And you need to check that date on the fire extinguisher. Yep. Yeah, make sure it's there. And it needs to be attached to your vehicle. It cannot be rolling around. It becomes a projectile in an accident. Triangles?
3.
What? 3 of them. 3. Yep, there should be 3 in your box. One day we're going to pull one out and make sure you guys know how to put those together, and more importantly, how to put them back, because that's the hardest part. Bodily fluid kits, first aid kits, make sure that you have one and it's fully stocked. If it's not, all the equipment is in the break room down in the cabinets. If you don't know where that's at, get with one of our trainers or one of us in the office and we will help you. And you do need to check them because gloves, they become like, yeah, it's ugly. They crack and crumble, and you do not want somebody with a bloody nose to find out your gloves are worthless, okay? What the heck is that?
I never wondered about that.
Is that our para? Chris did that. This is what happens when I ask Chris to help. Chris holding this whole story. Chris, you give me a blank screen too?
I didn't do that one.
All right. Just a couple quick reminders. Don't forget to give each other plenty of space to park. We don't want anyone taking off mirrors as you pull in or back out of a stall. When you get to the schools, do not park so close to the vehicle in front of you that they cannot open their rear hatch, their rear door. It's a worthless emergency exit if you're parked on top of them, okay? And out here, you need to try and make sure we get in straight so we're not cockeyed. Vehicle keys will be hanging in your box. When you come in at night, you need to rehang those keys back in your box. We don't do that just to be a pain in the rear. When Chris goes and walks the building at night, he looks through all the boxes and makes sure all the keys are there. That's how we know you're in and you've checked your bus. There's a set of keys missing. He's going out to your bus to find out, did you pass out there? What happened? Where are you at, first of all? And if you're here, what happened to your keys? Okay? So make sure you hang those keys back up at night. And that's a great way for our mechanics to be able to get to your keys if they need to. If you need a spare, you need to see Deb. If you don't know who Deb is, that's Deb. If you haven't met Deb, everybody knows Deb. We are going to continue to run 2 map books. One will stay in your bus and one stays in the drawer in the break room. You still have to update and sign off on those, even with the GPS system. That's a new process, guys. We kind of started it last year. We want to get away from those, but until we can fully integrate it, we need to keep this up. Kindergartners, make sure you're still marking them in orange, so it's super easy for us to see them when we're driving as your subs. We need you to review the maps and go through every student to make sure they're assigned to, okay, this is according to the routes. They are so messed up. We started with a new program, Travel Tracker. We did away with Versatrans, hated Versatrans, and Travel Tracker was worse. Right now it is. It's going to be amazing when it works, but we got to get there. So you need to make sure you go through your map books. You're going to have almost the exact same route you had last year. You guys are going to know better than we are if your students are in the right spots. So if you see something that looks wonky, we're going to we need you guys to help us. We need your help. If you see something wonky, please let me know. If you are new and you have a route, you're going, I have no idea who was on this route last year, we will help you with that, okay? One of our trainers will help you, a sub will help you. We know those kids, especially our subs. So make sure that you're going through those. Bring us changes by 5 p.m. Are we still really going to do? That can't be Wednesday. Friday? We're going to change that to Friday? Let's change that to Friday. We're changing this to Friday. After that, parents have access to them, and we do want them to be right. This doesn't apply to SPED, obviously. SPED drivers, you'll still need to call your parents. You have a lot less kids. Okay? Questions so far? Moving on. Make sure you are not propping open doors or leaving them unlocked behind you at any of the schools, especially between routes, unlocking or propping doors while you use the restroom. So they open up the buildings to us between tiers. That allows us to run in, use the restroom, and then come back out to the bus. If you're propping open doors and leaving them open, they'll discontinue letting us do that. And we don't want to lose our potty breaks. So please make sure that you're not leaving those doors propped open. Do not drive the bus through the center gate between our yard and maintenance. That's the gate over here. Make sure you're here 15 minutes prior to your route starting to do a thorough pre-trip on your bus so that you're not in a hurry, especially that day that you're running late, something's going to be wrong with your bus. Guarantee it. So please make sure you're here in plenty of time for that. The only time we want you crossing the fence in between our yard and maintenance is if they ask you to come over there, okay? Otherwise, we stay out of their lot. There's way too much wonky traffic over there. Intermediate schools are done. Hard to believe we got the keys on the 1st. So these are the times for those schools. Basically, it hasn't changed. May South Intermediate School. Is that right? 7:10. Is that the new time?
They didn't change it, did they?
No. So it's 7:20. Is it
No,
7:10 or
7:10
20?
is the time. May's intermediate, 7:10.
Okay. That's right, because middle school was 7:10 before.
One and 7.
May's Intermediate, these 2 new schools, I think they rule the roost. They will not take anybody in their building before 7:10. So just like what used to be at the middle schools, we used to not be able to drop off anybody until 7:10. Now that's at the intermediate schools. I have fought them to try and get them to change it. They will not. So 7:10 here. Yes, ma'am.
Are you handing that out? Is that going to be in a?
Can
we get a
you
copy?
print that for them? Yep, we'll get you a copy. Remind Chris.
Is that for SPED too? A lot of SPED might not.
SPED might be a little different. Sometimes they'll take them a little earlier. May's Middle will not. May's South Middle.
Is that going to be web accessible, that one slide?
Web accessible? That slide will be web accessible? We can make it that way. Yeah. No, it'll be like the middle school. We have to wait for the bell. To be released. Is that what you're asking? No, you do not have to wait for them to release you.
One thing on that, it's at the bottom, if you're more than 10 minutes early to a drop-off, come in and adjust your times. You do not get there before 10 minutes before. Okay? We need you there at 7:10. So if you need to adjust your times, push everything 5 minutes later, let us know. Don't get there before the time. We're not gonna, I don't wanna hear the administrators again going, oh, they're here at this time. 7:10. Okay? You have 5,
They're releasing at 7:10, we need to be there.
by 7:05 at the earliest. Don't be there before, darn sure don't be there before 7. They don't like that. So, make sure you can adjust times. We had 5 minutes late start and it'll adjust all your times. Just let us know, we'll fix it.
Don't adjust your times without saying something to us, please, because those times, parents can access that now. They'll be able to access it. So if you're running your route 10 minutes earlier than what we have on your paperwork, they see that, and that's what they're gonna go by. They need to know what time you're there. So if you change your times, we have the ability to go in and change it stop by stop now too. We didn't have that access before. So if you can run 3 stops in a minute and they're all at 7:21, come let us know and we'll change all 3 of them to 7:21. But what they see is what we have in the office. So if you change it, you have got to let us know. Teddy.
Since we can't wait for the hold up for the small buses anymore, is there, are they coming, or is Sped going to go earlier, maybe a few minutes earlier, so they can get there? So the big buses, when they get there at 7:05, so we don't wait. We never have to wait that long, but
Sped normally comes in before you guys do it.
yeah, or sometimes like right at 7:05. But sometimes we have a whole bunch of buses.
Okay.
We have to hold up.
Yes.
Keith got a question.
Sorry, yes.
Are we dropping go at the middle school now?
After they ring the bell, just like at the middle schools. Oh, middle
By the time
school.
we won't get there.
Yes.
7:20 anyway.
You better be drop and go, because if we have to wait for a bell there, I'm gonna be really livid. Because their bell should be ringing at 7:10 the same time it is here. So yes, I say yes, we are drop and go at the middle school. Please be careful though on your drop and goes. If you get over there and you're dropping kids off and somebody coming in behind you and somebody's unloading, be courteous. Don't run anybody over. We cannot have any accidents. We don't want anybody. Don't do that. Be courteous. We're not in a hurry, okay? They get there when we get there. Not a big deal. Mays Intermediate, is this Mays Intermediate? 37th, Mays South Intermediate. The schools are built almost identical. We have our own bus lane. There should not be any other traffic in our bus lanes. Parent traffic has, I know, especially that first day at school, that was great. Parents have their own lane of traffic on the outside, and ours is on the inside. So this is Mays South Intermediate. You'll do Mays South Intermediate, you'll take a right on 37th, go down Tyler, and then come in Mays South Middle School on Fox, yes, that's right. And run it just Mays Middle and Mays High like we always have. Again, if you're new and you have no idea what I'm talking about, talk to your trainer, come see one of us, we'll help you out with that. I think most of you run that, yeah.
So, what I'm seeing here is that we're going to be going east of 37th Street.
Correct.
Turn right on the entrance on past.
Intermediate
Nope.
kids don't.
Nope, you're gonna turn right on Tyler. We're going all the way to Tyler, right on Tyler,
And south.
and go south, and then turn right on Fox Lane. Silver Fox. Silver Fox, at the line, I'm in Silver Fox. We have to go all the way around.
Intermediate.
Huh?
So we drop off.
They're first.
Middle school first.
No, intermediate is first.
Intermediate, middle school, and high school.
So there's 2 intermediates?
Mays Intermediate, it doesn't matter which intermediate you're at. This is your first drop. This is number 1. Mays Middle is number 2. Mays High is or your high schools are your third ones.
It's
Yes.
called Mays? It's called Mays Intermediate.
Of course not.
Can you allow
When
one
we
kid
enter
to
on
step
that
out
line.
and push that lane?
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Richard told me there's a sensor there on the bus lane. So if we're sitting there, it is supposed to activate that red light.
It is. So you don't have to have the kid go out and push it.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Teddy.
You know, like when we go to south, when we're going to go around, okay, there's going to be parents also. Now, how about when we normally pull in, because it's going to be later, because we normally go into that, how about the parents that come in and out of there?
They better control that better.
Okay, that's what I'm asking, because we can get stuck
Yeah.
over there.
And you will.
So,
Yeah.
okay, any other questions? We need to move on.
Say that again.
When you come in, you're gonna come in to this lane, it's in front of the building. You're gonna come in and roll around the front, we're gonna park right here.
Is that where the light is?
Yes, the light's here, Yep, so we're gonna pull in and we're gonna park, I haven't seen how wide it is.
Counterclockwise.
Oh, then she's come back.
Too wide probably. So we'll pull in here and park. As soon as everybody's done, then we all come out, we go right,
Okay, which direction are you going in this?
east,
I'm coming on the school. Which way are you going?
west, east, south, north. I don't know which
Show
is
me how you're going around the school.
coming around this way.
Okay.
Because we want to unload on the door side.
These arrows on there pointing direction.
Go southwest to south. Okay? And then you go to the middle school and then the high school. Clear as mud. Same thing in the afternoon.
Dad goes back.
Exact same thing in the afternoon. Okay.
The bus door goes on the sidewalk.
Maze Intermediate, right across the street. If you're going into Maze Intermediate, you're coming in off 119th. Same thing, we're going to pull up and we're going to park out here in front of the building. You're going to exit on 45th. You're going to go north on 119th at the light, and we're going to come down Academy.
And we'll have a hard time getting out.
Oh, they just what? Are they going to have that done next week? No, crap. You're going to have to. Okay, that's what Richard told me to tell you guys. So this.
They said they were gonna have it
We're
done.
going to go down 45th. We'll see what the construction looks like on Tuesday. We got lots of time.
All right, so then we're gonna have to turn left into the middle school.
Yes.
Are we gonna have someone there to direct traffic? Because you can't get, we tried that last time, you couldn't turn left.
See, they
Too much
will.
traffic.
They say they'll have somebody out there to help us.
Yeah. You know what? She tried to do other things in the school, so we still let her do it.
Yeah, I tried to let us go middle, high, intermediate, or intermediate, high, middle. They shot me down. Everything I tried, they shot me down.
So what's the order now for that?
Intermediate, middle, high.
They told you once.
You're okay. You're white. All right. Yes, ma'am.
When we come out, are we coming out on 45th? Or are we
Yes,
gonna
you're
come
coming
back
out on
down?
45th.
So we're not circling the parking lot and coming back out onto?
No, we're going to the stoplight. So we get to use the stoplight. Hopefully it works.
Which we'll never get out.
If Maze is open, if Academy is open, we're supposed to go left, come down Academy, go right on Maze, and then pull into the middle school that way. That's what they want us to do.
So if we're not dropping off on the middle school on Academy Road, on Maze Road, why wouldn't they have us route down to 230?
It's farther to go. I'm not sure.
But you got all the parent traffic down to Academy.
There won't be any parent traffic for, well, for tier 2 or 1. That tier 2, yeah, there's no way we'd get down Academy. Tier 1, we shouldn't have any. We should not have as much traffic, not nearly as much. Okay. Good. Clear as mud. Moving on. Chris, I don't know what that is. Oh, I know that. Why do you have it in there? Okay. There's a cabinet right out back here. We still expect you guys to spray your buses like you have been. You need to make sure you sanitize. Anything else you might need, that's all in there. Cleaning supplies. We'll keep this full. Damon and Matt do a great job. Yeah, they do a great job. They keep it clean. They keep it filled up for you guys. So if you need something, get it out of this cabinet when you use it. Where's our bench?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Where's that box at?
There's a bench that normally sits here. Put your empties in the bench. It's on the other side. It's right here. You can put your empties, bottles, and stuff in that bench. They refill them. They sanitize. They clean the bottles, refill them, and they put them back in the cabinet. That way, we've always got a full cabinet. Okay? Don't take a fire extinguisher unless you tell us, please. You should not be taking a fire extinguisher. Employee of the month. We have that every month. It's kind of fun. We do a driver and a para. We'll do it again this year. If you have a recommendation, we have little forms like this in the break room. You can fill it out. Drop it in a box. You can drop it where we put our time cards, wherever you want to put it. And then we go through those and we draw a driver and a para of the month, unless we have somebody that does something exceptional, and then they'll get that. But it's pretty fun. Driver of the month. gets front row parking and front row parking for your vehicle and your bus. Para gets front row parking out here next to the driver.
And your bus, huh?
So, saves you a little bit of walking space. Walking space? Walking distance, there it is, that's what it's about. It's been a long time. Time card. Kim. Is Kim in there? Everybody know Kim? Say hi, Kim. Kim has a friend here this week and today and yesterday. We do not want to make Kim mad. I haven't seen my Kim picture on here though. Okay, so this is what they want your time cards to look like. We say this every year, but continually have people that don't fill them out right. Put the date up at the top, your name. It's amazing how many people don't care if they get a check or not, because
And
there's
if
not
they
a
don't
name
have
there.
their name, it's going on the board back there, and it's gonna stay until somebody claims it.
There you go. So if you don't get paid, you better check the board. She can't guess everybody's writing, so please make sure you put your name on it. Put your vehicle number on there, and then fill it in. Again, if you have questions, you can see Kim, you can see your trainer. Oh, looky there. Put your name on it, put your mileage, I'm sorry? Count, yes, you do, yes.
There's different ways you can put your time down, but most of it, those are sped. Well, let's keep that around.
Is that it?
There's one more in the slide.
There's one more?
No, regular route.
Okay. This one here, you guys can see how somebody wrote around all around the edges and stuff. Please don't do that. Kim is not the last one to see your time cards. It goes over to the central office or ESC to payroll. Some of them have to go through Richard, and he really doesn't need to know that you're picking up your daughter's diapers tomorrow or something. So please don't write extra stuff on your time cards. We have lots of scratch paper in the break room. And it gets confusing when there's a bunch of other stuff on there. Kim, what's this?
Okay, on special ed routes, I need mileage. We get funded for mileage. You have to, honestly. I am not gonna try to figure it out anymore. I've done it long enough. You need to put your beginning mileage and your ending mileage when you get done. If you wanna just do Monday, if you do the same thing every day, you can put Monday I started with this, Friday was this. I don't mind doing the adding and subtracting there, but you have to have mileage written down. I don't care how you do it, just make sure there's miles on the time card.
Put it on the back of it.
Sorry?
You want to put it on the back?
You're writing it on the back?
You can write it on the back, or if you, I've got some that write small enough that they'll write their mileage at the end. They'll write 74 miles every day.
Gotcha.
So it's whatever, just as long as that mileage is on there. Or it's going back to the bulletin board too, because I have to have the mileage. That's that report that we do with Matt. I
For your
have to
review.
have the mileage on there.
If we have problems with your mileage, you get to come in and help with that audit.
As long as I have mileage.
No, that's for sped.
I do.
Yes.
We don't get reimbursed for big buses, just sped miles. Okay, if you have an issue, this is what our bus repair orders look like. If you haven't seen one yet, you will. It's coming. So the only thing that you need to do as the driver is fill out this top. This is front, and this is what the back looks like. You fill out the top. Give the mechanics as much information as you can about what your problem is. Don't write down here. This is for them, okay? Do not write down here. On the back, if you have a headlight or a brake light or a different light or a seat or something like that that needs repaired, this is a graph for you to circle. So when you say I have a right side center clearance light out, is it on the side of the bus? Is it on the front of the bus? Circle it. You can tell the mechanics exactly where it's at, and they're not out there flipping all the switches trying to figure out what you're talking about. Okay? Because I guarantee you, you're going to turn that in, and when they get it over there, it's going to work. And if they don't know which one you were talking about, they can't even investigate it because they're working by the time it gets over there, right? So please make sure you fill it out as thoroughly as you can. We need seat repairs. There's seats in, I know many buses, you don't have that many. Just give us an approximate idea. We know it's only this big. You know, help us out with those too. Ron, do you want to add anything to that?
Were you gonna talk about battery disconnect?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, any questions?
Right now, old and broke, need new bus.
That won't work. Karen?
So when we do a write-up, are we gonna get a response back for what's happening? Like if it's not taken care of, are we gonna be told what's happening or?
You
Last
know how
year,
that,
we did back.
I didn't hear you.
she's wanting to know if, when they turn these in, we were supposed to be getting them a reply back to show them what had happened to that bus. You're giving those back to Jessica, right?
Just have her, I email them back to the driver when we get them back.
Okay. So when we get them back here in the office, we'll email a copy of it to you.
What if it's pending for months? Like last year?
Check in with us, and we'll find out where it's at. Okay? Anything else? And we fill in all the boxes. Make sure you put your vehicle number, your mileage, the date, your name, what's wrong with it, and then circle the headline. All right. Talent Ed. If you move, if you get a new phone number, if you do anything changes in your life, you need to get on Talent Ed and fix it. That's how you update your profile. If you're not updating, especially phone numbers and emails, when I send out mass emails, you're never going to see it because this is where we get our information from. So please make sure that you do that. If you have not been getting calls and emails, you need to make sure you're letting me know, and you'll need to make sure that you need to log into Talent Ed and make sure it's all updated. There you go. You two, I know, are not getting it, and I have a work order in. Because you guys are affiliated with the school and us, you're getting it there, but not here. I don't know. So they're working on yours. But if anybody else, yes.
If you forget your password, who are we to contact in our writing department?
Is that you?
What?
Passwords, if they can't remember their password for Talent Ed.
Yep.
Can you guys help them get in? And Matthew? Chris?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't come see me because I'm going to send you there. I don't know how to. I have to ask him to do it for me. All right. Certifications. If you drive at all, I don't care if it's a minivan or a CDL bus, you have to have a DOT medical card to be behind the wheel of that vehicle to transport students. It's up to you to make sure you keep it up to date. We do our best to try and keep up with all 180 licensed people that we have under our umbrella, but there's 1 or 2 of us and 180 of you guys. Yes?
Mine went through the washer, so what do I gotta do about that?
We have a copy of it on file. We can get you a copy. Same thing, what website?
Paper.
For your DOT card, that's where you go in and do your physical. You have to go see somebody. No, you can't do your DOT physical online. You have to go in and... Oh, that's to do your medical self-certification. And once you've done it, you're done. You don't have to do it again. That's usually when you're a brand new driver, you have to do that. Those of you that are new CDLs, remember you have to check 1, 2, 3, or 4. But these you have to go physically go in and do it. First aid, defensive driving, your driver's license, those are all included. It's on your shoulders to keep track of those. We, again, do the best we can, but please make sure you're keeping track of those.
Can you just remind people how many years you have to get it expired still?
Good call. First aid, you have to have every 2 years. Defensive driving, you have to have every 3. Medical card, you may have to renew it as, I have some that have to renew it as low as every 6 months. It depends on what your medical conditions are. If you're in great shape, 2 years is max. Okay, is it 3?
Yeah, you get one.
No, I thought I no more than busted my bubble. I thought I was one of those that were in great shape, but I only had to go twice. Yeah, you're driver's license is just whenever's your license. Okay?
5 years now.
Is it 5 now?
Last January, 4.
Okay. Masks, we've already talked about that. Any questions on the masks? No, we have no limitations on the bus. We can pack them out. I don't want to pack them out. I'd like to keep you 2 to a seat-ish. But some of you that are in heavier developed areas, we just can't help it. Sometimes you'll have to go to 3, but there is no limit on the bus. Changes to the driver handbook. Chris, I'm done talking. Why don't you take over?
Okay.
I need a drink.
Oh, no, this is not good.
It's just iced tea.
From Long Island, right? All right, so this is the changes for the big ones. There's a few small ones, but I'm going to catch the big ones. The big one is sick leave. You get 16 days for the whole year. They're cumulative up to,
Up to 100.
it's, no, they moved it down to 84 days. 84. It's in there, the full thing, I just caught a snippet of it, but it's in the driver handbook. You get 16 sick days. You can use 4 for personal days throughout the school year. After that, you have to have a doctor's note. Pretty
Says
simple.
that,
It doesn't say that in this part, it says the rest of the book. I'll just give, this is just a
okay.
snippet. Here it is, up to 4, and there's sick leave as personal day. You can read through the rest. You cannot take, this is district policy, this is the same, so we have the same thing as the teachers and everybody else, that's why they did it. They want everybody to have the same policy, so HR doesn't have to go figure out 30 different types of leaves. Personal leave will not be granted the day before or the day immediately following the school holiday, except for attending graduation, weddings, or immediate family members. School holidays are fall break, winter break, spring break. So your federal holidays don't count. But like, if you want to take the Friday before spring break and Monday off, that won't be acceptable.
We won't get paid for that then. You can take it. You can take it, but you don't get paid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you're going to get a no-show, no-call, most likely. Minimum 2 days, if you guys can. The further out you can give us notice, the easier it is for us to schedule sub-drivers. So if you know in a month from now you got to be out for a doctor's appointment, let us know as soon as possible. We've got a digital calendar, and even if it's for next year, let us know. We'll put it in there. It's not a problem. Just let us know. We know emergencies happen, so as soon as possible, let us know.
Got you.
All right. Here's another one. We fought for this, and we got it down as far as we could. For now, we're going to keep trying. As of August 1st, drivers and paras, regardless of their date of hire, can have their children aged 1 and over ride with them during the route. The weight criteria is they have to be a legal size and weight for a front-facing car seat, and they must be able to sit during that time. We negotiated and back and forth, and this is the compromise we got to, which it was a hard 3, no questions, and we finally got this one to go. Route drivers are authorized 1 seat to provide legal riding space for their non-school age children. So if you have kids in school, that doesn't count towards that count. You've got 1 whole seat for kids under pre-K. You've got, if you have 8 kids that are in school, they're still riding the bus, they're still authorized. Those don't count towards that number. The other one's just at the back of the driver's handbook is a bunch of safety statements. When it comes, it's just guidelines, like how to lift, how to touch electrical outlets, things like that. Most of it doesn't pertain to us because like one of them is how to use a power mower. I haven't even done that yet, so I've used other things, but not that one. Those are the big changes. This year, we are not printing them out. Everybody get a driver's handbook because that takes, if I remember right, last year was over 1,500 pages. If you want a hard copy, I can get you. No, I will send the link. They're available on the district website, but I will send the link out to everybody. That way you can still get to it. I'm just not printing them out. I'm trying to get paper as many trees as possible.
Is there at least one that can be set in the break room?
Yeah,
that we can?
I'll put one and I'll put it in sheet protectors and it'll be like the office one. We're working on in the storage room right here. There's some bookshelves. That's going to be in our libraries.
That's not a storage room.
Sorry, Crystal's
And Tony's.
office and Tony's office. Crystal's closet. Storage room. Crystal's closet. That's a great name. Crystal's closet. There's 2 bookshelves. We're working on putting the library together. The library is safety manuals. I am working on, we've been trying to do this, a standard procedure for everything that we do bus-wise. That, as we do it, will be in there. Manuals for the buses, anything we get that's transportation related, training materials, they'll be in there. So those are ones that you just leave in, bring it back, put it back on the shelf. But we're gonna try to keep different things in there, techniques. If you guys see a good magazine article, bring it in, mark it, and put it in there. Just so we can learn.
Paragraph 2, does that include grant?
Yes.
Do we have to provide the car seats?
Do what?
Do we provide the car seats for the kids?
Yep.
Most buses have built-in car seats.
Yeah, most, a fair amount of ours have to integrate it so you can use those, but if we had extra, I think we have one front facing. You can use it until a student. Oh, field trips, where's Dew? Dew, I'll let you take this part.
You're back. Chris.
If it goes on Facebook, it's legal.
Michelle's got a question real quick.
There's a baby right there. I know, I didn't know who it was, so, is that your grandkids or anything? Oh.
You mind?
As you can tell, I'm at the bar.
For all the people that's in here, you might let them know things that went away.
Like what?
Bonus.
A bonus.
Oh.
Bonus and the buyback on the 16 days.
Yeah, I forgot about all that. All right, so our bonuses, because you get 16 days instead of 9 days, there are no more, and correct me if I'm wrong, there are no more perfect attendance bonuses.
That is correct.
It's all lumped into that 16 days, so instead of getting $50 bonus and all of these little things.
But
And
it
we also
is
don't
the
get paid
same
for
when
the
you don't use those days, that comes back to you, right? Nope.
No.
Well, that's another thing you need to
Sick
go over.
leave accrues up to, I think it's set 84 days now if they change it. So anything after 84 days automatically gets paid out at $50 a day. You can, everything, your sick leave always carries over. So whatever you didn't use this year will carry over. You won't lose it. It's not a use or lose thing. That one carries over until 84 days, which was 100 days, which was 800 hours. So it's got to be here like 9 to 10 years. But that occurs and it keeps baking it. After 84, you'll get the chance to use it before July 1, so you can use it during June. If you don't, and you opt and forget or opt out, they'll just pay
$50.
8 hours a day. They'll pay $50 for it.
So we're getting a pay cut.
It's only $50.
It's, you actually end up with more on the 16, but it's not by much because it pays out differently.
No, you don't.
Chris?
You don't get your 50 a month and then you don't lose a month.
Major.
No, the way they figured it out, it's,
We figured it out.
okay, you're going to have to show me these figures because the way they explained it, it was
Chris, where are we gonna be able to see our accrued days? We can't see them on our pay stub.
talent, or no, Skyward Finance.
Nope.
No.
It doesn't show
It's
it.
not in there.
Well, unless they
It
change it.
sits on there. Oh, you gotta figure out exactly where. I know where it is on mine.
Yeah.
It's
They changed it?
It has all the accrued days in there.
Yeah, they just.
We will ask them.
What is the question?
If they have it, the 5th day, you take the 5th day
That's
non-personal.
the best way to put it. I
How
don't
we
use that
can
word
get
very
the
often.
doctors know, we'll ask for it.
So,
You don't hand it to us, and it's no call no show.
are you saying consecutive days
No,
off?
4 total days.
Personally.
No, but we can take our sick days anytime we need
No,
to. We need
you
to
can take
them
them as, for sick days. You can use 4 of your sick days as personal days. For whatever reason.
Mental health.
Sick days, if you're sick, you use your sick days.
Right.
If it's over 4, we can ask, and it's in the contract, we
That's
can
what I was
ask for a
asking.
doctor.
So you
Will
can't
we-
be gone more than
That's-
four sick days,
Yeah.
or you're gonna require some type
And
of.
if you're sick,
work.
you bring in a doctor's note, they won't count them as personal days. You get a doctor's note and says, I
You have
had
to be
this.
gone more than 3 days in a row.
Right,
Have
that's
a
what I'm
doctor,
saying.
have to have a doctor.
Kim,
What if you're banked at 100 already? They're not gonna bump you down to 84, right?
I don't, I'm assuming yes.
They're just selling them back.
I'm assuming
They can't
Oh,
change it.
it would count to everybody.
They would have to buy them back from us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for $50.
For
$50.
I think you have, my understanding is you have until July 1, so if you're over that 84, you can use them for hours in during summertime. But you can only take, obviously you can't take more hours in the month, you can only work 8 hours. We'll find out.
We need to find out about that one, because that's not right.
Some people
There's a
have
lot of
them.
us that,
There's a handful of us, and that's not right. They didn't give us a chance to tell us that they were changing it on us.
I agree. That's what I can tell you.
We're still on 12 o'clock.
I'll fight it.
Oh, and
Because they
that's,
told us those days were frozen.
and that's new too, is as of this year, we're done with 12 months.
No, this year's still 12 months. Next year, if you're a
We're not
former
going
driver.
to, I'm not even gonna get into that this year, that's
Okay.
next year.
Next year. They won't let us do it.
Hey, one thing real quick, if you guys call in sick, you know you have to call into me. You have to talk to me. I want you to start calling me at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you know you're gonna be gone by Monday, call me Sunday night. I really would like to know ahead of time. With these 16 days, I know you guys are gonna use them.
What number do you want us to call?
My cell phone. My cell phone, you need to make sure you have my cell phone number, 5 o'clock in the morning and Sunday night if you have to. I really need to know ahead of time. I don't want to be surprised when 10 of you guys decide to take off.
What's your number?
8675309. Activities, I don't know if we're going to have activities. I don't know if we'll have, I mean, we'll have sporting activities. I don't know what we're going to do on field trips. We'll have to play that by ear. We're going to go, I'm going to get you guys a sheet. I want you to sign up if you want to do them. You can sign up for the weekend sports trips. You can sign up for field trips and activities. If we go drop them off, you can pick them up. But that's about it on my activities.
That's why I said those days better start.
All right, Mr. Frog.
I looked for a mechanic like this baller, and that was the closest I could find. I didn't find a picture of him anywhere. Ron is our guy over in the shop.
Ron is our head mechanic. Every month he will go through for 5, 20 minutes, however long he needs to go over stuff, just so you guys also make face contact and then ask questions as they come up about stuff on bus. Because some of the stuff you guys are questions that a mechanic can answer, and we don't have to go through checking it. So we know, don't break hard, things like that. Just, he'll do that every month, so we'll have him here. Go ahead, sir.
First of all, I want to give the summer crew a round of applause. 3 that clean buses, Lamont, Benjamin, and Matthew. None of them are here, but they worked hard cleaning your vehicles, your buses over the summer, getting them ready for school year. And the mechanics, we want to show them around too. They work hard doing the We did a great job on inspections. Everything passed except for one bus. It wasn't our fault. It was a warranty issue. So I went back to Kansas Truck. So inspections went good. Thanks for all of you that helped with inspections, Damon and Matthew. I don't know your name. Shannon. Deborah printed off some labels at the last minute we needed to mark first aid kits and whatnot. But it went good. We're starting a little earlier than I expected. We got through it.
No incentive to be breaking.
That's all I really have. We're going to talk about battery disconnects.
Yep, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, they've been installing battery disconnects on your buses over the summer. The new ones don't have them because we were checking on warranty issues. It's mainly on the older buses, spare buses for sure. So if you get put in a spare bus, or even if your regular bus, you jump in it and you have nothing inside your battery box, there's a disconnect switch.
Just like that.
It's in the battery box?
Yep, it's in the battery box. If you open the door, almost all of them are on the right side, right here. So they're not being very far. It might be focused on the left, right. What it does is it kills the battery. So like, it's a dead man switch. It just kills all what the battery beforehand. So like transport doesn't kill it. The only time we'll really use those on non-sub buses, like right before spring break, right before long breaks. And we'll say, don't forget to do your battery disconnect. But if you get in something that's dead, check that switch.
So don't shut it off every night.
No, no.
If it's running every day, you shouldn't have an issue.
Yeah, I know.
Some buses will probably almost always be off because they're older, they don't ran as much. So check the older stuff.
But you put them on all buses now?
They're not on all of them, and we still have a bunch of them installed. Many buses, we still have to work on those, especially if they're spares, once they get listed. What's going to be spares, we definitely want to get them put on those also. But I think it's really going to help with dead batteries, especially on summer and longer break, spring break. Weekends, I don't know.
It really does depend on the bus.
You know your bus.
You know your bus. You know, can she get all weekends? No, probably not. We don't have to switch.
But, and if you do put a spare back, or Chris, you may know that, if you put a spare back on the line up, where, make sure you shut it back off. I don't have anything else, I just want to cover that. Any questions for me?
Any word on our parts for the DEF systems?
It's very vague. It's between November and February. I mean, it's hit and miss. There's a big backlog, back order. There's a problem with it. So that's all I know. It's possibly November.
Are we able to still drive those buses?
We can't drive them because you continue to drive them with a DEF problem, it's going to eventually derate and shut you down. Because it is a government mandated emission control device.
So I got a question, tail end of last year, this thing going, about these tires and brand new tires being used rather than recaps and stuff. Where are we at on that?
We got a bunch of tires installed over the summer.
New ones or recaps or what? Or?
We use both.
Okay.
Depending on the date on the tire. But the main thing is, if you guys just have any, think your tires are getting low, tread, whatever, just write it up. We'll write it. I told my guys make sure they check them all with depth gauge if they're still within the. I mean, we can run them clear down to 2/32 on the back, which is almost bald, but that's the standard.
Do we have a company that's coming out to check them like they
Yeah,
used
we
to?
switched companies. We were using Pumps. I was having a really hard time with Pumps. They wouldn't come out and do our tire checks like they were supposed to. I called them multiple times, they wouldn't come do it. They had a bunch of people get fired, and I just decided to go away from them. We went to Kansas Land. They came out and did a complete walkthrough tire check for us. We've got a ton of vehicles out here, and we don't have time to do your tire checks every day or quarterly.
Can we get tire gauge tools? Those are cheap.
We've got them.
We got them?
Yep, they'll go on with the keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really like the quarter or penny test. I mean, I know they even have it in the book, but it's a lot more accurate if you use actual tire depth gauge.
Yeah, we have them on Thursday.
So, yeah, if you have any questions on your tires, write it up, we'll check it, and if they need replaced, we'll get them replaced.
Don't you have to put your tires on the front?
News, yeah, you can't run recaps on the front, yeah.
Good call. That was that CDL, but
Yeah, 4/32 on the front, 2 on the back. We run all new tires on activity stuff too. Anything going over the road, FDS.
anything else for Ron? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The noise suppression doesn't work on the kids. Just so you know. I tried. No, I've tried. Kathy said no.
Okay. Walk away, yeah, thanks a lot. Routes. I don't even